Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another episode of Wildcats Weekly here at West 11 Sports Media. I'm Cody West along with Keith Logan. Keith, how you doing today?
Man, I'm doing great today.
Well, the Littlefield Wildcats and Lady Cats had a busy week, and it seems like you and I talk about it every week, just the busyness of this time of year. We have boys and girls golf, boys and girls track. We have baseball, softball, tennis is in full swing, and then, of course, all of the UIL academic stuff happening as well. But our main focus here is sports, and it's been a busy week for us, starting off with the baseball team. Littlefield Wildcats, for the first time this season, lost 2 games in a row. We were defeated by Freona earlier in the week and then lost to Shallow Water on Saturday. The Wildcats fall to 2-2 in district play, and right now Coach McNeese's squad is going through a little bit of a tough stretch.
Yeah, a little bit of a lack of concentration probably, and just we're just having a rough go at it. We just need to settle back in, get back to good solid baseball. We went 500 for the first part of the season, first part of district. Now we just got to improve and try to hopefully go 4-0 in the second half of the district.
Yes, sir. The Wildcats were defeated by Shallow Water on Saturday, April the 9th, by a score of 8-0. Littlefield really struggled at the plate against the Mustangs' ace pitcher, Ryan Katulik, and we're familiar with that kid. We're actually familiar with the whole Shallow Water team because they returned all of their starters from last year, and we just couldn't hit the ball. We were only able to muster up 2 hits. We did get some base runners on over the course of the game. We just couldn't bring anybody across.
Yeah, what's kind of really surprised me because for the most part, Katulik he threw a lot of balls and he just timely pitching is what happened. He basically, was able to battle back. Sometimes he fell behind in the count, but was able to battle back and get us out swinging or pop flies or something like that.
Yes, sir. Seth Clayton and Brian Acevedo were the only 2 Wildcats that were able to get a hit in the game. They were both singles, and we tried several different pitchers throughout the game. Shallow Water didn't really just blow us out of the water. We did have some costly errors in the game, but they scored 1 run in the first inning, 1 run in the second inning. They did have a big inning in the fourth, but for the most part, up until now, the games we've lost, we gave up 1 big inning, but that wasn't the case against Shallow Water. They just kind of chipped away at us.
Yeah, they chipped away. For the most part, all 4 of our losses, as we gave up big innings to the opposing team where they jumped out, either had 4 runs against Shallow Water, then the 6 runs, I think, against Seminole, and then Childers came up and had another big. All of our losses basically were kind of turned the tables with 1 inning where they got a lot of runs. They got runs in bunches.
Yes, sir. So the Wildcats again fall to 2-2 in the District 2-3A standings. Your current district standings look like this: Shallow Water is alone in first place at 4-0. Freona is currently the second place team with a record of 3 wins and 1 loss. Littlefield is in third place at 2-2. Muleshoe comes in 4th place at 1-3, and then Dimmitt in the cellar at 0-4. Of course, halfway through the district schedule, we'll play everybody again here in the second half of district play, starting on Tuesday, April the 12th, when the Wildcats travel to Muleshoe to play the Mules at 7 o'clock. So hopefully the Wildcats baseball team will get back on the winning track. Of course, you can hear that broadcast right here at west11sports.com. All of the Littlefield baseball games from now through the end of the season will be live right here on west11sports.com. Shifting gears to golf, the boys and girls golf teams were competing in the second round of District 2-3A golf, and both teams did very well. The boys advanced to regionals as the runner-up team coming out of our district. The Lady Cats as a team were not able to advance, but we did send 1 medalist as an individual player. Caroline Cozart will be going to regionals as well for the Lady Cats. So a good job by the boys and girls golf teams in the district golf tournament. Of course, that's a 2-round tournament for the boys and girls. They played the first round a couple of weeks ago and then the second round this week. So the Wildcats golf team for the boys, they finished with a 744 team score. That was behind Shallow Water with a 702 was the first place team. Freona came in third with an 814 team score. For the Wildcats, they were led by Seth Clayton, who had a 2-round score of 168. Right behind him was Dylan Brown, who came in with a 172. He was followed by Kobe Trotter, who shot a 198. Braden Reno had a 209, and Hunter Kleiber shot a 210, respectively, for the Littlefield Wildcats. And they are we're recording this on Monday, they are at the regional golf tournament at the Diamondback Golf Course in Abilene as we speak. They played the first round on Monday, second round coming on Tuesday. The Lady Cats golf team, again, they finished in third place as a team, but they only take the top 2 teams out of district to regionals, but they do take some individual players as well. Caroline Cozart led the way for the Lady Cats with a 2-round score of 205. Also for Littlefield, Cambry Hanlon shot a 240. Mally McGehee had a 2-round score of 266, and Kaylee Glasscock shot a 274. The Lady Cats did finish in third place behind the district champ Shallowater, and then the Muleshoe Mules, Lady Mules, came in second place. And Caroline will be competing at the regional golf tournament on April 13th and 14th. That's this week. Also at the Diamondback Golf Course in Abilene. But a great job for a bunch of kids who don't even have a golf course.
Yeah, and that's what I was, when you were saying that, those, who's moving on to regionals, I mean, like, we only have a local golf course, so, you got to give a lot of credit to the coaching staff, the golf teams being creative, doing drills just out of the football field, wherever they can find, some grass to kind of practice. It's just tough. We don't have a driving range or like a putting green or nothing like that. So these coaches have to be real creative, and obviously they're doing the right things to have people move on to go to regionals.
I was talking to Coach Golden, the golf coach at Littlefield High School, and he said, of course, they can drive and they can chip out behind the field house at Littlefield High School. The football practice field is where they hit golf balls at. But they do have an arrangement with a golf course in Olton where they can load up a little bus or a van and drive up to Olton and play when they want to play real golf. And he said they're doing that as much as they can. And then, of course, these kids are 16 years old plus, so some of them have their own vehicles and a driver's license. He said we encourage them in their own spare time to drive to Olton or anywhere else, go with their parents, go with friends, other teammates, and just play golf as much as they can. But you're right, they've had to be resourceful because we don't have a golf course here in Littlefield, and just hats off to the boys and girls golf teams for doing a great job.
Yeah, definitely. They're definitely taking the extra effort and, finding golf courses somewhere to get a couple rounds in just so they can get better and move on and improve the golf program here in Littlefield.
Turning our attention to track, the Littlefield Wildcats and Lady Cats track teams were in Seagraves on Friday, April the 8th for the Eagle Relays, and this is the final tune-up before the district championships, which will be held this coming Friday at Tulia. So this was a chance for everybody to kind of work on their times, work on their throws, work on their jumps, whatever events they're doing, and also, just get prepared for the district track meet, which is coming up this week. And the girls, Lady Cats, they did finish as the runner-up team, finished behind Sundown in the varsity division with 141 points. They were 40 points behind the champion Sundown. Littlefield, not much depth on the boys' side. We finished in fifth place with 50 points, and we have a lot of individual results, a lot of kids participating in the Seagraves Eagle track meet, and we've got all of those results on our website, west11sports.com. You can check that out. It's under the blog. We have all of the Littlefield results posted, but some of the highlights for the Littlefield Wildcats and Lady Cats, most of our track stars this year are on the girls' side, and we've got some very talented girls, and you and I have talked about it before, where teams get us in the team totals is in depth.
Yes.
Because we don't have that many girls performing, but the ones that we do are always finishing very high up in the rankings.
Yeah, so, definitely, looking forward to them to, have a good showing in district and possibly move on to regionals, and then keep it, maybe even push to go to state track meet. So there's going to be a lot of competition coming up in district, and I know that we're going to should be able to put a couple players, a couple athletes going on to the regional track meet, hopefully.
Taking a look at the first place finishes for the Lady Cats, look at how many girls won their event. Freshman Deanna Smith took first place in the 100-meter dash, a freshman, with a time of 12.85 seconds. Junior Kaylee Edgman won first place in the discus with a distance of 127 feet, 7 inches for Kaylee Edgman there, and she also placed third in the shot put and sixth in the 100-meter dash. Kaylee Edgman, a little bit of a sprinter there too, but she did win first place in the discus. Senior LaTanya Jones won first place in the 200 meters with a time of 25.84 seconds, and she also, LaTanya Jones, won first place in the long jump with a leap of 17 feet, 10 inches. Junior De'Erica Smith won first place in the 400-meter run with a time of 1 minute, 2.93 seconds. And Luz Fernandez, a senior, won first place in the pole vault with a vault of 7 feet 6 inches. So we won first place in all of those events, including the relay teams. The Lady Cats won first place in the 4x100 meter relay with a time of 50.12 seconds. We won first place in the 4x200 meter relay with a time of 1 minute 46.81 seconds. And then our 4x400 meters, the mile relay, came in third place there for the Lady Cats. But a lot of other girls, a lot of names we haven't mentioned. Again, we encourage you to go to our website, look at our blog, and read the results there. We've got a lot of girls that placed very high at the Seagraves relays, and congratulations to those girls. On the boys' side, we didn't have any first place finishes, but a lot of guys did do very well. I take that back. We did have first place in the 4x200 meter relay, earned first place there in Seagraves. But we've got all of those results on our website as well. And like you said, I think we've got a good chance to do some damage at the district track meet, of course, and then on from there, because we do have some very talented kids running track this year. Yeah,
I mean, track is kind of one of those sports, not a whole lot of spectators for the most part, but I definitely see some of these kids getting better each day, each track meet, and, hopefully we'll be able to send a couple of people down the way and to the state track meet, hopefully.
Yes, sir. And again, the District 2-3A championships will be held on this Friday, April the 15th at Tulia. Tulia will be the host track meet this season, so we want to send all the best to the Wildcats and Lady Cats. And then the softball team, they're coming off of a big district win against Dimmitt. Think about the softball district that we're in. There's only 4 teams in the district. All 4 teams get to go to the playoffs. But the Lady Cats right now are jockeying for position. And, of course, we want to send them all the very best. You and I will have a broadcast this Saturday when the Lady Cats host Muleshoe in district softball action. That's going to be a 10 o'clock first pitch.
Yeah, very early game. I think it's a little bit that has to do with prom is also that night. So definitely you want to come out and support them if you can. It's going to be an early game. They're getting better and better each game. And I think, all we got to do, we're, for the most part, to get better each game. And then, who knows, when we get to the playoffs, we may be able to go ahead and sneak a couple wins off and, go deep.
Yes, sir. And, of course, you and I, again, will have that broadcast this coming Saturday at Lady Cats Field at 10 o'clock first pitch. So we encourage everybody to tune in to our broadcast if you can't make it out to Lady Cats Field and cheer on the Littlefield Lady Cats. We tried to squeeze a whole lot of information into our 10-minute time slot today, Keith, and we went a little bit over time today, but a lot of stuff happening. It's a very busy time of year, and we hope that everyone enjoys our podcasts here at West 11 Sports Media. You and I, of course, try to get together once a week and do this, recap the previous week's events at Littlefield High School. Of course, we can't get it all in, but we try to hit the highlights, and I appreciate you. And, of course, everybody out there listening as well, and we hope that folks will spread the word and let people know, whether you're a parent of an athlete at Littlefield High School or just a Littlefield Wildcats and Lady Cats fan, or maybe you're somebody that used to live in Littlefield and you've moved away. Now the internet will bring Littlefield sports right to you here at West 11 Sports. So I'm having a good time doing this. Are you?
Yeah, it's a great time. I mean, we're just trying to get the word out about Littlefield sports. Like you said, we try to keep these podcasts down to only 10 minutes, but when you have so many great athletes, so many great kids doing great things, it's hard to fit them all in under 10 minutes. So we'll gladly go over 10 minutes if we're just talking about all these great kids out here.
Yes, sir. All right. We appreciate it. And next week, we'll have another report here at Wildcats Weekly. We'll be talking about the district track meet, how the district standings are shaping up for baseball and softball, the regional tournament results for the golf teams, and much more. So be sure and watch out for Wildcats Weekly coming to you every Sunday or Monday here at West 11 Sports Media. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. I appreciate it, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Keith. We'll talk to you next week. This has been Wildcats Weekly at West 11 Sports Media and West11Sports.com.